Okay, so either you've just finished your Agile Master in Public Services program, or you're about to start your first Agile project. To kick things off, you'll need to run a sprint planning session to decide where the team will prioritize their efforts to begin with. Holding one of these sessions for the first time can be pretty daunting, so we've put together this video to share some practical tips to ensure it's useful for the team, the product owner, and ultimately for stakeholders. Now, as this is the first sprint planning session, there are a few things you'll need to make sure happen even before you run it. Firstly, the team need to understand why the work is needed. What's its purpose, and why will it make a difference for customers or the organisation? They also need a backlog to work from. These are the big chunks of stuff that at this moment in time we think needs doing in order to achieve the purpose. Oh, and those brown things are supposed to be boulders, not potatoes or cookies. Those are the chunks anyway. Before the sprint planning session, it's useful to create some time for the product owner to talk with the team and the Scrum Master to ensure that everyone understands the purpose and to build the backlog together. Now, it's definitely possible for this to form part of the first sprint planning session, but for organisations that are new to Agile, it might be useful to run this a day or two before for a couple of reasons. For starters, if you try and accomplish everything in one session, you could find yourself in a situation where the team is locked in a meeting room, be it virtual or otherwise, for half a day, and by the end of the process, they could well be pretty fatigued, by which point you'll be getting diminishing returns. More importantly though, the product owner probably doesn't yet fully understand their responsibilities, and they might need some coaching to play their role really well. In advance of sprint planning proper, help them to order the backlog. What work is most important to get started on now? What's going to reduce risk and uncertainty? Also, if the user stories in the backlog aren't clear, help them to clarify them so that when the team starts working on them, they know who the work is for, what they want, and why. Now that's out the way, let's focus on sprint planning itself. In the first hour, have your product owner outline the most important chunks of work to get started on now. If you're working on a project to improve a frontline service, for example, it could be that conducting a bunch of discovery activity is the best place to start to ensure you really understand the challenges and needs of service users. Having understood the stuff that's most important and provides the greatest value, the Scrum Master facilitates a discussion between the team and the product owner about how much the team think they can accomplish during the sprint. At this early stage, they don't really know how quickly they can get stuff done, so this needs to be done on their collective gut feel. But what's important is that before coming into the session, they think about their capacity. Otherwise, all of this stuff is academic. Once they've agreed how much work can be done, it's time to agree a sprint goal with the product owner. This is the outcome the team will have achieved if they're able to deliver the items in the backlog that have been prioritised for the sprint. Coming back to the frontline example, the sprint goal could be something like, we will have understood the needs of service users who ask for our help. Once this has been agreed, in our sprint planning sessions, we often like to release the product owner at this stage to enable the team to do some more detailed planning. Who's doing what? What are the more detailed tasks that need to be done to deliver the most pressing user stories? That kind of stuff. For the Scrum Masters in the room, it's really important not to take over here and do the work for the team. Remember, it's their work, so encourage them to wrestle with what actually needs to be done. So I think that's it. Good luck. Oh, and if you're interested in finding out more about the work we do, the training that we offer, or the impact that we have, then check out the website link below. Bye!